Well, here's the Bald Eagle's address at the end of James Street in Kent. Just come down the end of James Street, turns into South 240th Street and Russell Road. Right here is the best viewing in the morning. The lighting is perfect. Yeah, it's actually right behind me, so this is where you want to come for the morning viewing of the Eagle's Nest at the end of James Street, Kent, Washington. Maybe we'll see the mate come in with his donation. Alright. I'll zoom out a little bit. He's already put the stick in. You can see it's a good sized nest. Got an excellent spot right on the curve here. There she's going to come up here on the limb, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's looking around, trying to figure out where she's going to get her next stick. And we're hoping to see her mate come in. He's coming in now with a stick. I'll back off a little bit. So they're working on the nest, the two of them. Here, got one in, here he comes. All right, check that out. Brought that stick in. Two eagles working on the nest. My goodness. How cool is that? Yeah, they're getting it all squared away here. They're just busy. You can see it's a good sized nest. Well, when you get a nice day like this day, you can see it's a good sized stick they're weaving in there, and by the time it's nesting season, they'll have this all tidied up and looking good. A lot of people don't know they work on it, you know, almost around the clock, around the calendar here. But they find the proper stick, they do a little repair and get it all squared away. And I'll come in a little more. Well, there they are, both of them in there working. Oh yeah, they're just weaving it in there now. Look at this stick here. How cool is this? They're trying to decide, one wants it here and one wants it over there, so this will give you a good idea how the behavior goes on arranging these sticks in there. Oh, we like it down here. We get a lot of good videos here. Oh yeah, they're tugging and adjusting there. Look at that. Yeah, they're just busy. What a wonderful day to come down here and catch these eagles working on the nest. Well, the mate just flew in the tree. There they are. They're both on the same limb now. They're enjoying the sunshine. There's their call. Oh, look at that, would you? Oh yeah, they're going to mate. Look at this. Oh my goodness. You don't ever get this here. That's very lucky. Yeah, springtime for sure now. They're having the honeymoon right there. They've been hauling sticks in there and working on the nests. Oh yeah. Well, it's been a long winter. We're glad it finally warmed up here, so. Well, isn't that something? Well, spring is definitely here then, according to the eagles. I'll be ready for them. I better back off because she can see a lot better than I can. He left earlier to go catch a fish or something. She told him to go get breakfast, so he's out and about but hasn't returned yet. So we'll hang in here and maybe see him fly in. Mama just flew out. So she'll be coming in right shortly just to stretch her wings. There she is landing. Look at that. Give a little call here. She's wanting some breakfast. Hollering for the male. Where are you? It's time to eat. There she goes again. Sailing out. She'll be coming back in here. Flew over in the tree for a little bit. She won't be off too long because she's been incubating for about 3 weeks now, I figure. So we'll see how long it takes for her to get back on here. That'll be a good position. But she's tired of being laying down, and the male's taking too long, so she hollered, she's going, "Where are you?" She wants the fish, and then she'll get back on the eggs. So he does relieve her on the eggs. Oh yeah, here she comes back in, see? There she is. Now she'll ease it up. She's got her legs all bent down, and she'll, with her claws, talons pulled in, she's getting back on top of the eggs. See how low she can lay in that nest? My goodness. I'll come in as close as we can here. There you go. There she's looking around. Yeah, she's concerned. Where is this guy? Taking him a long time to catch a fish. Yeah. Well, we got good lighting anyway. We like that. We got to see her fly out and back in a couple of times, so there you go. Now she's looking over towards the east. That's where he went to fish. Wondering, where is this guy? Oh, they've nested here for a few years now. Last year their eggs failed. It got too cold or something didn't go right. So we got our fingers crossed this year. We're hoping for some babies. Hopefully everything will go all right, because it's a perfect spot for viewing. We'll be able to see them flop their wings, see the babies poke their heads up. Or she's telling the other, oh, he landed, dang it! Oh yeah, they're talking about the other eagle in the air. All right. Well, they are just a-talking now. But there's another eagle soaring up high, and that's what they're talking about. Boy, look at that, would you? That was some kind of communication there. And they're still looking up high. See the other one. She alerted him to that interloper in the area. Alright, well, we'll see if we can see a little head poke up. But he definitely came sailing in right away when she called him. A little warning there, give him alert. Got an interloper in the area. Yeah, looks like it's settling down now. Well, I'm going to talk some more. All right. Just talking about it. Well, maybe Mama take a break and he'll, yep, Mama's taking off. There he goes too. They're going to soar around a little bit. All right. Well, we'll see what happens here. Coming back in maybe. Both up on the limb. Here we go. Here's one of the little ones again. Mama's got her wing up. Papa's coming flying around with the snake, and the crows are right on him. Little one just pooped over the edge of the nest. There his head's up. He knows what the feeding call is. There's Papa coming. Oh, it's a fish. Look at that. It wasn't a snake. Nice sized fish. Well, he is a fisherman, isn't he? Well, all right then. Papa got a good fish, and Mama will get it ready now for these youngsters. How about that? Got to see the food. There's a little head off to the left there. See him looking? Hey, I want some of that. I'm hungry. Like I said earlier, we saw him, and I think there's 3 heads, but there's 2 for sure. Now she looks like she's going to give him a bite. He's got his head up. Oh yeah, I want some of that. God, oh yeah, the little one wants a bite of that. Only about a week old. Look at that little white head. There's the other head. Now there's 2 for sure. Getting ready for the feeding. Both adults are in the nest. Now we're hoping to have 3 heads pop up, but there's 2 for sure, right here at feeding time. Look at these guys. Healthy little guys with little bright eyes, they're hungry. Alright. We got here at the right time, feeding. Oh yeah, good looking guy. There they're hollering and communicating, having a good time here. Papa caught a good sized fish and they're all going to eat. Everything looks good. Babies are looking healthy. And a big enough fish for everybody to eat. So we got meal time here. There's a head stretched up. Look at that guy. Number 2's got his head up. Well, how wonderful is that? Isn't every day you can get to see the eagles feeding in the nest, especially at this age. About a week old. Gee whiz. How cool is that? Mama's getting a couple of big bites for herself. I'm going to give the little ones a nibble here. Oh yeah. Yep, a little over a week old, I'd say. We've been waiting a while to get a video like this. Been just getting a little glimpse now and then, but it's good to see their heads poke up and get a little something to eat. Oh yeah, look at them stretch. They're way up high now. Look at these, but I'm both sticking right up there. Got their necks stretched up as high as they can. They want some food. Hey Mom, we're hungry. Give us a bite. You've been working on that fish there. Oh yeah, they're waiting patiently. She'll get them all fed. And Papa, he's on guard at the other end, keeping an eye out for the crows. And Mama's divvying up the fish. There they are, 2 of the heads. He says, Mom, I want a bite of that. I haven't had a nibble yet. Oh yeah, now they're showing off. Look at that. Now one might be a male and one might be a female. The females are always 1/3 bigger, so we'll see what happens here. He's moving around. The female's the one closest to the adult. Oh yeah. He's got their mind on a fish dinner today. Seen Papa bring in that fish and they're hungry. Alright. Back off a little bit. There we go. Got his head up still. Hey, Mom, don't eat it all. Oh yeah, some happy babies here now. They got fish. Yeah, looks like a good sized one too. There you go. 2 heads moving back and forth. She's tearing up the fish for them. We get on a good feeding session here. We like that. I'll have another bite, Dad. Feels pretty good. Oh yeah, I think he's gonna be getting filled up. Oh, he had a big piece in his beak now. I got a good chunk that time. The other one must be full already. He hadn't stuck his head up for a few minutes. There you go. Got one filled up, filling up the other one now. Oh yeah, good snack. Oh, getting a good, look at him. Oh, here's the other head coming up now. He wants a little more. Got 2 heads, one's a little lower. This guy's getting a good feed. Look at this guy. Got the father eagle feeding the babies. We know that because again, that black dot on the top of his head. Looks almost like a black heart. I don't know how he got that, but it's a good way to identify him. There we go. Good feeding session. Pretty good position here. We'll see if number 2 gets a bite now. So he's looking for a little snack. Look how big he's getting. My goodness. Yeah, they're checking everything out. Gonna come over here and stretch that. And oh yeah, he's getting big. Look at that head now compared to the adult. So they're growing fast. Oh yeah, I got the wings there. Look at that. 2.5 weeks old now. They're getting very interesting. Yeah, they're looking for some scraps of food and trying out that bedding that the other adult put in there. They're liking that. Trying to get comfortable. Oh yeah, the other adult keeping a close eye on them. There you get to see the shape of the head, a profile shot now. So you're getting that charcoal gray. Oh yeah. Well, we'll see what happens here. Yeah, he's looking for a snack. Oh yeah, little guy's woke up now and enjoying the sun and kind of just looking around, yawning a little bit. Mama's up there just kind of keeping an eye on him. I want them crows coming by bugging him, which they do several times a day. When the adult flies by, the crows want the foods, the scraps, so they come sailing in here trying to get some. Well, this is going to show off his wings a little bit. This guy's pin feathers. Oh yeah. And the other one, he's kind of staying a little lower, but he's looking around. The adult's got the yellow beak and the youngsters have got the black ones. Their beak will stay dark for several years, then they'll get the white head in about 5 years and they'll look like the adult. Oh yeah. Interesting place here with the baby bald eagles. They're enjoying that sunshine today. We're enjoying it too. Oh yeah. There's still plenty. There's Mama calling. I think she sees one of the adults out there. Yep. Papa may be coming in with a fish or something. The crows are after him. She's calling to him, but the crows are right on him, so. She's saying, bring in the food. Like he's sailing right in here. I'll back off a little bit. Gonna have a food delivery here. All right, there's Papa, just landed and brought in the food, and the babies are all excited about it. So is the other adult. Oh yeah, he's a hollering, look what I got. Yeah, we got the food delivery. I didn't see what it was. I see him bring in a fish one time. Well, we'll see how this goes. They're just talking about it. There we are. Look at that, would you? Whoa, a little squabble going on there. What's that all about? He must be wanting to feed the youngsters. He ain't ready yet, he says. Yep. Have a little squabble over the food. I've never seen this. Look at that. Hey, I didn't want you to have all that. Have a little eagle fight over the food. Be careful of the babies. Now, they don't usually do that. Well, isn't that something? You don't see that very often. That behavior I've never seen. Now he's settled down. He surrendered it to her. The male's one with a dot on his head. He doesn't normally act like that. I don't know what this is all about, but there's the baby. He's kind of sitting there. Look around. What's that all about? Can't you guys behave? We want some food. All right. Well, looks like everything's settled down now. Let's see what happens here. Call that the food fight, I guess. Well, you get to see a lot of interesting things. But like I said, I've never seen that behavior before. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe he wanted it for himself this time. She says, nope, the babies are hungry. He's got to listen to her because you see, she's 1/3 bigger than he is. And the birds of prey, the females are bigger and stronger, so he's got to mind his P's and Q's here a little bit. There's one of them looking up. There's Pop. He's going to go up on the limb, I think. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he delivered the food, did his job. Kind of got an attitude a little bit. Everything's okay now, and Mama will feed the youngsters here. Got one all ready to go looking out here. Come in a little bit more there. There we go. And the little one's looking up at Dad, wondering, what is that all about? Oh yeah, one's got his head up. She's tearing up the fish for whatever it was for the other one. We'll see how this feeding session goes. Look at this guy lifting up. There you go, look at that. Give me a bite. There you go. Yeah, we get to see him on the feeding session here. There's her beak. She gets a little taste too. Got them all lined up there. She'll divvy it out one at a time. This one and then that one. She'll get a little bite herself. All right. I think they're pretty hungry after that food fight they had earlier. Gee whiz. Okay, the eagle's sailing in now. Okay, landing with the food. Right here, landing with the food here. We're making a video for YouTube, but they come in for the feeding now. There's one of the youngsters. They're going to get up here and see what Mama brought them. There's a head coming up. I'll come in a little more now. There we are. There's two little heads getting ready for a snack now. We saw the adult dive into the river there and catch the fish. Now this one's got it. She must have handed it off to this one because this one's dry and is divvying it. Oh yeah, two big babies having a good fish feed here in the morning. We're at the end of James Street, Kent, Washington, right by the Green River. And these are little bald eagles, about 4 weeks old now. So we're gonna watch them till they fly away. That was a crow that went by. Every time they bring food, they come sailing by trying to steal a piece. These guys are right in the right spot for breakfast. There goes that pesky crow again. There we get a bite. All right, you can see the difference. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. On eagles, from hatch to flight is 12 weeks. So we've got several weeks left because these guys are only 4 weeks old now. All right, we'll keep an eye on them. All right, our eagles are still feeding away. Still got a few fuzzies left on the top of his head. Well, we saw the eagle go into the river and swim to shore. Didn't come back out of the water for quite a while. Then we walked down here to see what was going on, and she flew in the nest with the fish, and now is feeding the youngsters here. And we're all excited about it. They're all in perfect position. You can see both of them there, and she keeps grabbing that little chunk of fish and handing it over there. Yeah, they got some table manners. She says, you'll wait your turn, you'll be next, here you go. Oh yeah. They've been nesting here, I think, for about 10 years. That's a fresh fish too, look at that. So we were watching them. Last year we got set up, but the eggs didn't hatch, so we decided to come down this year and check them out. There we go. We'll back off a little bit. You can see how bloody her beak is, so that's probably the liver and parts of the fish there. So, but they sure are enjoying it. Look at that guy. All right, reaching way out here, cleaning up what's left there. We'll try, see if we can see one of the other ones come in. Alrighty. Well, the eagle's on guard. And there's the nest. She's sitting pretty close. The youngster's laying down. I see a wing move once in a while, so as soon as they deliver some food, I'm sure they'll wake up here. Oh yeah, there's one stretching a little bit. Let's see what he's doing here. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Man, look how big he's getting. Look at the size of that beak. That's just the baby, one of the babies. Oh yeah. There's the other one laying down. Look at that. We got two nice young eaglets here. I seen the pin feathers on the wing there. Oh yeah, he's getting big. Oh yeah. Well, it's been a few days since we've been here. You can see the difference in how they grow very fast. Yeah, they're moving around in the nest now. See what this guy is up to. Backing up to the edge of the nest. Oh my goodness! You see that? Well, that's how they keep their nest clean. I think he's well fed. My goodness! Yep, that's our bald eagle. There he is, getting really big now. And he has a twin in there, same size. There's the wing there. He's got his head up now. Look at that, would you? My goodness, these guys are growing. Well, when they get well fed like that, I guess they would grow fast. We'll watch them for a little bit here and see if one of the adults will fly in some food. But I think they're just going to take it easy. Yeah. He's looking over there at his sibling a little bit. This one here's got his head up. They hear that crow calling again, so that's what that's about. All right. Well, the fur's flying off of this rabbit now. Look at her. Big chunks of fur, getting it all tore up here, getting it ready. They're liking that. Oh yeah, they still got good manners. They sit there and watch. Okay, will we get a bite ready? A road-killed rabbit today. We've seen them bring in rabbits before. Saw them bring in a trout one day. That was way early in the season. Oh yeah, they're almost as big as the adult now. Look at that. Rabbit leg comes up there. There you go. Just cleaning it up here. That's a good prey item for them. Oh yeah. We got a little filtered light now and they're just finishing up this rabbit. Look at that. Thanks. We needed that. There you go. Looks like it might be Papa, I think. There's a dot on the head. Yep, this is Papa. For some reason, he's got that black mark on the top of his head. So he's feeding the youngsters a road-killed rabbit. Actually, I think I seen that rabbit on the way down here. Oh, man, look at the size of these youngsters compared to the adult already. They are really getting big. Oh, yeah. Wonderful view of them feeding. Have a little Hasenpfeffer. Oh, yeah. The other day there was a couple of ospreys flew over and the youngsters were hollering at them. Keep an eye on everything. I guess they know their competition. Alright, we'll see if we get a close-up here feeding. Look at this. Big chunk of rabbit there. Look at that. Yeah, she was tearing the fur off and getting everything squared away. Going to the inside, you're getting big chunks now. That's Papa and one of the youngsters. The other one's behind. He's got a big rabbit leg he's working on, so they're all getting fed here. Oh yeah. Papa's taking a little bit for himself now. Says, I gotta eat too. Oh yeah, look at this. There we go. What a great day. Come down here and get this close up with the eagles feeding in the nest. What a great spot on the Green River, Kent, Washington. Oh yeah, this is the male bald eagle. Like I said, we only know that because of the dot on his head. And that's just his little trademark. There's number 2 head poking up in the back. Wow, looks like it could be a dead barn owl, or going by the colors of the feathers, you just got a good glimpse of that in the foot. There you go. Look at that. What kind of feather is that? It's almost like an owl. My goodness, must have had a roadkill they picked up. Come in a little more on that. Well, how interesting is that? They've got a big meal. That was a big bird when they rolled that over, and very colorful feathers. Trying to figure out what kind of bird it is. There you go. Look at that. I would say some kind of owl, probably hit by a car. But they're recycling it, they're eating it. Well, how about that? Oh yeah, the foot looks like a bird of prey, absolutely. Well, now we get a good view of it. Look at that. Yeah, it's a dead owl, and it was probably a roadkill they brought in, and they're eating it up. 6.5 weeks old, these two now. And they're enjoying a roadkill. Well, isn't that something? Well, you don't see that every day. Alright, just had a food delivery. Back with some more food here. My goodness. See what we got going here. Hey, we're busy with I think it was an owl carcass, and she just brought something else in, or him, whichever the one is. Boy, they're bringing the food to them, that's for sure. They're getting plenty to eat here. Well, they need a lot of food. They're 6.5 weeks old now. They'll be ready to fly out of the nest in about 5 weeks. Well, look at that. We'll keep a close eye on them and see what they're going to do. Maybe we'll figure out what you brought in this time. Didn't take long to get that prey item. Oh, yeah. Well, they're just checking it out. See what happens here. Back off a little bit, maybe get her taken off here. Turn around, now getting ready to take off, I think. Youngsters are being well fed and well cared for now. My goodness. And there's the liftoff. Well, let's zoom back in, see if they're going to turn around and show us what they got. I don't think so. They're just laying low. Alrighty then. Oh yeah, got his wings out. Kind of stretching out a little bit. Watching a crow fly in. They're keeping an eye out for the adults. That's what they're doing. They're always interested in fresh food. They get quite a variety here. Fish, rabbit, had a dead barn owl roadkill. They get all kinds of things. Well, they're just patiently waiting. Oh yeah, I'm gonna flap his wings a little bit. Look at this guy, yep. Yeah, he's checking for some food, and if you get a breeze, he may stand up and flop those wings and exercise a little bit. But they're kind of watching for the adults to bring in some fresh food right now. Oh yeah, well, look at this guy. He's gonna show off them wings now. He's doing the eagle wing dance now. How about that? Stretching them right out there. He's got his head down because he's looking for food again. Oh yeah. Huge wings. These guys are almost the size of the adults already. They're about 6 weeks old. So when they're about 12 weeks, then they should fly out of the nest, somewhere around there. Oh yeah, he's gonna show off them wings some more. Oh yeah, he's just walking around. That's a huge nest. You can hold them, the adults, and all that food.
Oh, look at that.
He's flapping his wings now. He's doing the eagle dance. He's going to get his exercise. It's cooled down a little bit. I think he likes that. All right. His buddy is not interested. He's going to sit this one out. But we get a little more breeze, he'll exercise a little more. All right, we just got a delivery. Let's see what's going to happen here. Well, they definitely got something here. These are watching. The other one's behind the limb. Oh yeah, well, behind the limb's a good spot. Looks like he's getting first take on the food here. There you go. Well, we'll see what they got. There, yeah, they're handing out right now. Oh yeah, finishing up here. Look at that. Turn around this way, we get a good view. Well, these eagles are happy. They got a snack anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good feeding. There, he's getting his. All right, to turn around now. Oh yeah, we're getting a little better position now. They shifted around. Well, the one on the right did. The adult still got the backside to us, but we'll see what happens here. Have a little bit of a fish dinner here. Just judging from the white meat. I haven't seen any red meat yet, so I think it's probably a fish. Oh yeah. Well, it's pretty handy. They can dive right out of the tree right into the river here, the Green River, and catch the fish. I saw them bring in a trout one day. Oh yeah, let's see what the adult's looking, making sure it's all gone. The other one's checking it out. We'll see what happens here. Just finishing it up. Oh yeah, he wants to take that off the beak. Boy, that adult's got a beautiful white head, huh? Look how big the youngsters are. Almost the same size as the adults now. All right, see where he's gonna go. Back in the back of the nest checking things out. I'm gonna hop up on his limb. Yep. There's cleaning up the beak now. Hopped right straight out on the limb. Well, there you go. That feeding session is officially over, I guess. They finished it up. There we go. We're gonna clean that beak some more. How cool is that? Now the youngsters are running around in the nest. We'll come back in on them now. See what they think of the whole situation. There they are, well fed. A little bulge in his crop now. I've been looking down at the Green River, waiting for a fish to show himself. Dive down and try to get one. Oh yeah. Just a scratching up a little bit. Some beautiful blue sky today. What a great spot for eagle watching now. Nest trees right above the Green River, right at the end of James Street, Kent, Washington. It's right where James Street turns into Russell Road, actually. It's right there by the river, the bend. You make the curve and park, get out, and there's a nest. And you're up close and get some very good videos here. Oh yeah, look at him stretching those wings out. They're huge. Look at this guy. Another 5 weeks to be ready to fly off of here. Alright, looks like you're sailing in with the food. Alright, there's the fish down. What a beautiful video. This is going to be great. He just had, oh, now the other one comes in. They want to help feed. All right. What a great shot. We've been waiting all morning, and they went and fishing downstream and caught him a nice trout, it looks like, and he brought it in here. So now they want to decide who's going to feed the youngsters, and we want to see what's going on here too. So we'll keep an eye on it. All right, that one's going up on the perch, and it looks like Mama's going to be feeding because she doesn't have the black dot on the top of the head. There's part of the fish right there. I'll come in a little bit. There we go. All right, a nice fish. So, all right, we'll see what's going on. Both babies are hungry now. There we go. So they're going to have a little fish snack here. And she's got them, taught them some good table manners. They're just sitting right there. So just mind your manners now. I'm getting it all ready. Wait your turn. He's reaching over and she says, no, I'm not ready yet. But these guys, you can see, are about the same size as adult now, and they get a good fish snack here. So we're happy about that. All right, well, they're now divvying up the fish and having a little snack.
How exciting was that?
That was absolutely wonderful. We got them landing with a trout, and there they are. And that's Mama feeding them. And she's got them all lined up here behaving themselves. They're taking turns, so they're doing good. We're all excited about that. All right, they're eating on that fish now. I moved back around the curve to get the better lighting. Oh yeah, they're enjoying that fish. That was great seeing the delivery on that. And like I say, the nest is right above the Green River, so he just flew down around the bend and caught him a trout, came back and delivered it. And now they're enjoying it. And that's Mama feeding them and Papa's out hunting again. What a great spot. Come down here and seeing them delivering fish and feeding, and our lighting is really good now. Oh yeah. The other one is kind of off to the side. He got a pretty good feed already, so that's the wait his turn. He'll get in position. There's a big chunk. Look at that. Big bunch of scales and skin. They eat everything there. Okay, Mama's circling with some food. Should be coming right in now. All right, I didn't see what it was, but we'll check it out here. Look at that, would you? Yep. Breakfast has been delivered. Well, they've been calling. I could hear them, and I got set up, and I saw her fly by earlier with that. She was in the tree and must have been preparing it. Then took off and circled the nest and landed in here, so. The youngsters knew the food was coming. They saw her when she first came back from her hunt. We'll try to figure out what it is. Oh yeah, look at him reaching under there getting a bite. She's got her back to us. Oh yeah, I can see the other one's head on the other side. Oh yeah. Well, they still got some table manners. Look at that. Mom's still in charge, or Dad, whichever this one is. I'm not sure yet. Oh yeah. She picks it up and they take it off her beak. Well, look at the size of that big yellow beak. Now the youngsters, they start out with the black beak, and then in a few years it'll turn yellow. All right. They're really chowing down now. They're getting right after it. All right. Feeding the youngsters. Kind of checking everything out in the sunlight. Reaching over, feeding this one, then that one. Making sure they all get fed. They're 8 weeks old now. So we got 4 or 5 weeks till they fly yet. So we got plenty of time to watch them. But they'll be exercising their wings and carrying on. We should get some good videos and documentation on that. But youngsters this side require a lot of food, so mostly adults are hunting and carrying on feeding these guys. Oh yeah, she's just divvying it out here, a little for this one, a little for that one. They were calling earlier. As soon as they saw her sailing by with the food, they got excited. She went in the tree and got it ready, then flew in here and started feeding them. So we're having a good time here today. Oh yeah, check that out. Alright, she's at the edge of the nest now. I think she's about finished. I'll back off a little bit. Maybe we'll see her take off here. She's looking over at her favorite perch. Oh, there she goes, sailing out. Alright. How cool was that? There's our eagle. Got a breeze blowing there, testing out their wings. Look at that. My goodness. They're 9.5 weeks old now, so they're flapping around every time that breeze comes by. They want to test out those wings. Oh yeah, I'll back off a little bit. Yeah, oh yeah, look at this one doing the wing dance. The other one's spreading his out. There you go, exercising. Look at these guys. Well, how about that? Whoa, he's keeping the nest clean there. There you go, he's exercising those wings again. Every time that wind blows, that energizes them. They like that. They're always looking for Mama or Papa too to bring in some food, but today, well, they decided, well, we're going to exercise. There you go with the wings again. Yeah, they're right at 9.5 weeks old now, so won't be long and they'll be sailing out of here in a week or so. They'll hang around though. The parents will keep feeding them in the nest and they'll get back in the nest, take a break, eat in the nest. They won't abandon the area. But their first flight from the nest to the next tree over will be in about a week or so. Right around 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Well, they're enjoying that. Oh yeah, he's doing the eagle dance now, flapping his wings. Look at this guy exercise. Oh yeah. This is going to be great. Yeah, he's trying to get his buddy to exercise with him. See, they're 9.5 weeks old now, so in another, say 2 weeks, they should fly out of the nest. She'll keep feeding them here, and then they'll fly back in, and then she'll teach them everything they need to know. Alright, his sibling is laying right on top of the nest. He just flapped his wing over a little bit. So he is waking up. So one laying down resting, one on the limb. So they're all accounted for. I've scanned the tree and been listening for the adults. I don't see any of them yet, so hopefully we'll see him bring in something. I'll zoom in on the nest this time. See if we can just see the top of his tail and his wing there. There he is. That's him laying there, kind of taking it easy. What a great spot for eagle watching. I'll come back in on him now again. There he is. Right in the sunshine, posing really good. Look at the leaves. You can see the caterpillars been really busy. We got a lot of them around. These guys are interested in the fish and the roadkills. I actually saw them eating a barn owl in there that was hit by a car. Got that on one of our videos. Alrighty. Oh yeah, just sitting there on the limb. Other one in the nest, just see his head poking out. They're happy campers today. Alrighty. Alright, here's one of the branches. Looks like he wants to move. Gonna flap his wings a little bit. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Wants to change his position, I think. Oh yeah, come in right about there. Our lighting's better. He's well feathered out now. Now he's settling down, so he's looking over towards the east. Like I say, he may have seen one of the adults in the distance. But he's definitely hungry. He's been calling. Now he's looking around, see if he can find another position here. I'll keep an eye on him here. Oh, he's going to relieve himself. Yep, there he goes. Now he's looking up. I want to see him try to climb up there a little bit. See if he can adjust his position. Okay, looking to the left again, looking to the right. Oh yeah, got those wings out now. He's going to try it, I think. Oh yeah, he's got him a good perch. He figures, well, I can change positions here if I really try. He wants to be up by that nest when that food comes in. That's the dinner table, I'll tell you that. Yep, and again, they're right at 11 weeks now. So, but we'll look around for the other one. All right, here comes Mama sailing in with something, or it's Papa. And looks like we had a mishap with the nest. Look at that, half the nest is gone. So it got so heavy, it just kind of collapsed from all that rain. It got waterlogged and a big chunk of it fell down. Now the babies are hollering. They're down below in the tree. That's why they're out of the nest. We had a collapse here. Poor things, and Dad's in there with some food. He says, where's my babies? And they're hollering, hey, I'm trying to get back up here. He says, well, you're 11 weeks old now. You should be able to climb back up here. Well, isn't that something? You can see right there that we had so much rain it got waterlogged that nest and it collapsed. And that's probably why the youngsters are down below. They were about due to fly anyway, but in their branchers, but with that nest giving out, that's why they're down here. It looks like Papa's going to eat it himself. I'll come in a little bit. There, you can see the mark on his head. And that's how we tell him from the female. Well, I'll be darned. Well, this is an interesting day. I never expected the nest to give out, but it sure did. Look at that. I'll back off a little more. We lost over half this nest. Just a little bit in the crotch there, and that's because we had a heavy rain. Got waterlogged and it fell apart. Well, looks like he's going to nibble on it himself there. He brought the food in and the youngsters can't get up there yet. Alrighty then. Very interesting. Alright, here's one of the youngsters down below the nest that collapsed. And I think part of the nest is hung up in the tree down here. And that's why they're hanging out down here, because they think that's the place to be. Now he's going to preen up a little bit. We've got indirect lighting. It's nice and shaded now. We're not getting any washout from the light. Yeah, he's preening up. Now the female flew in here lower too and must have fed the other one. And like I said, Papa had just flown in up above with his food, but there's no chicks up there. So he's sitting on that prey item and they'll probably feed that to him later. But they'll still store the food up there. They bring all the food there, everything they get, so. That's the kitchen table, and they'll come down and feed the youngsters down here where they're at now. Just part of their training, their branchers. Yeah, he looks pretty good in there. Yeah, he's going to preen up now. Well, here we are after the big rain. You can see a half eagle nest got saturated and fell down. We're at another angle now, checking it out. He had just brought some food in for the youngsters. They're down below. They're branchers, and they are kind of hanging around where the other half of this nest fell down and got hung up in the tree, so they're kind of hanging out there. But this is Papa. He brought in some food, so he's eating it. Mama fed one of the youngsters down there, and he's just kind of hanging out here wondering what kind of work it's going to take to rebuild his nest. Oh, he must be snapping at the bugs there a little bit, yeah. Yeah, there's flies there, and they're bugging him. But there he is, he's in the nest, and you can see he's snapping at the flies, and this is what's left of that big nest right there. Over half of it got waterlogged, like I said, and slid out of there. But we'll move over and try to get another view from the curve then. I'm waiting for the female to sail in. I thought I heard her, but haven't seen her yet. He's still messing around in the nest here, doing what he does. That was a surprising thing. Come down today and had some damage to the nest. Water damage. It got logged and too heavy. But there's plenty of it left. He can rebuild that. There he's tinkering around a little bit, see him putzing. He says, man, this is going to take a lot of work here. Hey, that's what they do. They enjoy it. Oh, we got one in the tree in the golf course. Mama's sitting up here in the tree. And one of the youngsters is below her in the tree, so we could hear him call once in a while, so pretty soon, if he flops, we'll be able to see him. So we're going to keep an eye on all of them here today. They have officially fledged out of the tree that won. Like I said, the nest got wet and heavy and collapsed, so that's why they're out and about. But they were at the time for that branching anyway, so everything should be well and good. All right, we'll look for the male now.
Right underneath that second
There he's
right.
giving a profile, looking around. Where's Pop with that fish? I'm getting, oh, going to spread his wings out, looks like. He's starting to spread. There goes the wings, look at that. Oh, he's trying to work his way up again.
Here, Colin, do you want to?
All right. What a shot. Getting more in the sunlight now. There's a profile, the head and the beak and eye. Well, he got quite a job. He's going to have to climb up about 50 feet to the nest. But he'll go branch to branch. He'll get up there. That strengthens their wings. Everything will be just fine. And the one over in the golf course behind me is going to have a tougher job. We'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah, you have better eyes than me, don't you?
Oh yeah, there he is exercising his wings. He wants to fly. So all right, he says, maybe I can get back up to that nest. Yeah, that's my feeding table. I got to get me something to eat. Oh yeah, he's doing good. 11 weeks old now.
And she hasn't really moved then.
All right, one of the eaglets has gotten back up in the nest. And the one that was over in the golf course has gotten back to the main tree and is working his way up to the nest. So you just barely see his head here. So this one here is the one that's been probably over here in the nest tree all day and has worked his way all the way up to the top, up to the nest now. And right below is his sibling. And he had quite a journey. He was all the way behind me in the golf course. And I'll try to locate him down here. He's quite a ways down. There he is. All I can see is his toenails when I zoomed in on him. Come right in here. And there's his toenails right there. That's his toes, right? There's his little toenails, but the rest of him is hidden behind the leaves. So we're glad to see that he made it back to the nesting tree anyway. I'll do a close-up on his toes because everything else is hidden. There they are. Well, he's got some good-looking feet anyway, but he's well hidden, and he's trying to work his way up to the nest. All right. All right, he just kind of chilling out here, taking it easy in what's left of the nest. trying to encourage his sibling to hop from limb to limb and come up and join him.
Careful.
He's just a-calling. So he's hungry, looking up, checking on the other ones. That's his sibling calling. So he was down in below the nest tree and worked his way up in the back in the nest. He's about 50 feet below, flapped his wings and used his brain and worked his way up here. He's been working on it all day. And his sibling was over in the golf course, and that one has made it back here, back across the river in the nest tree, and is about 50 feet below him. So that's him calling now, so he should be up here in the nest by tomorrow too. So as all looks good, everybody's safe back here at the bald eagle nest. I didn't. All right, this one here is already flopping around, the wind's blowing, catching the breeze, getting those wings out. Oh yeah, looking good. Wanting to try to fly up to a better position again. Oh yeah, look at the one up in the nest. Jeez. All right. Yeah, he's calling to the sibling to come on up and join him. He's looking up. He's flopping a little bit. Yeah, he's got a good breeze. That'll energize him again. He'll try again. Oh yeah, he's looking to the left, looking to the right, trying to pick out a new perch, putting the wings out again. Alrighty. They're just a-calling to each other. Come on up. It's great up here. We got a good breeze. He's looking up to his sibling. Trying to make my way up there. It's kind of settling down now. They had a lot of activity, talking to each other and flapping their wings when the wind was blowing. Alright, well, we'll see what this one does. Whoa, he relieved himself. There you go. Now he's calling and says, hey, how do I get up there? I said, well, you're just going to have to figure that out. Alright. They're just a-calling each other and looking around, practicing with their wings and grabbing with their talons, turning into full-fledged eagles here. All right. All right, guys, wings out again. There he flopped off there, flew back in behind the twigs again. Alrighty. See what happens. Alright, coming in here. Alright, just landed with more food. How about that? Now here's a happy camper. Got the second delivery here. We'll see what happens. I'll try to figure out which one it is. I didn't see what they brought in, but the youngster had his head. That might have been the female there. Or wait, maybe that's Papa, I don't know. See if I get him taken off here a little bit. It looks like the youngster has received the fish or whatever it was, is right into it. Papa's sitting up here, he's got his mouth open, it's kind of warm, so we'll just watch him for a little bit and maybe see what happens here. He was gone quite a while fishing. He was downstream there and finally came in. How exciting was that? Alright. Alright. There's one flopping. Papa's looking at him. Say, how's that fish going? Oh, it's great. Looks like Papa's thinking about going on another fishing trip. He's kind of looking down the river a little bit. Oh yeah. Must have wore himself out. He's got his mouth open a little bit. His beak. He's looking down at the youngster with the fish. Alrighty. I hear a lot of communication going on. keep an eye on him, see what happens here. Oh, he's gonna look like he's gonna cough up a casting. Yep, he's gonna cough up a casting. I think he was just look like, oh, he's still working on it. Yeah, he's gonna bring up that casting. Still working on it. That's that little pellet, undigested food. There it goes, got the casting coming out. All right. Well, that's it. How often do you get a shot at eagle bringing up the casting? That's the undigested part, feathers and bones inside. It is really good. All right. There, I got a close up of his eye. He's watching me. Look at those red eyes. Beautiful bird. Yep. They've been busy working on the nest. We're down here trying to get a good shot with the golden sunlight here. Wow, look at that eye. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful. This is really something. Like I say, he's just sitting right there guarding the nest, and they're putting sticks in, and they run a crow out of here. I'm telling you, that crow, you're not going to get that close again. They're getting really serious, getting everything squared away, because they want to be putting some eggs in there pretty soon. And he looks down at me now and then, and just being a good sport about everything. Garbage truck comes by, they're even used to that. I tell you, it's amazing. Look at those eyes. Absolutely great. I'll see if I can back off a little bit here and see the nest. Alright, wait and see. There, it just landed. Mama just came in the nest, she's working on it. Look at that. Getting that gold light now, the sun's coming up, looking good. There she goes. Now the male's sitting up in the tree right next to me, and he chased the crow away. He's kind of the silent warrior there. But we did get her coming in with a twig. Alright, we'll see if we can get a little better angle on him then. We'll keep an eye on things here. He's still preening up. Look at the bars on the tail and getting around his back there. Get some good sunlight now coming in. Yeah, he's doing between his wings now, getting everything preened up. Oh yeah, I think I'll, oh, there you can see his head a little bit. I'm going to get set up again on the nest and, oh, I'm going to scratch up. See if I can see her bringing a stick. Oh yeah, just a scratching away there, and a happy pair of Cooper Hawks here. Oh yeah, I'm going to do the breast feathers a little bit. You can see the bars on the tail now. I hear the crows again. They're not going to behave, are they? Alright then. He's got some fuzz on his face from his preening. Well, we'll get set up on the nest again, I think. Well, they're both in their trees now. She's in the middle of the grove, just, oh, maybe 40, 50 feet from him. He's on the edge here, and she's on the other side there, and they're both sitting there just kind of guarding the nest. Keeping them crows away. I can hear the crows calling, but he's up there preening and she's sitting in there. She already put a stick in the nest, so everything looks good at the Cooper Hawk nest. They just sit, both of them sitting here guarding the nest. Alrighty then. Well, there's one of our Cooper Hawks. They're just in the nest putting in twigs. Sitting up in the golden sunlight here this morning. Oh yeah, looking around, watching the crows and watching the other birds. But they're both here and keeping an eye on things. The male chased the crows off a little bit. Female went in the nest with a stick. I expect him to be working out pretty soon. He's preening up. He's on guard duty. There we go. Them red eyes, you can see that. They'll come in a little tiny bit more. There we go. There you are. Yeah, he's going to preen up. I hear him calling back and forth earlier, and it looks like they're going to put a few sticks in the nest today, so we'll try to document that. Just a looking around here, this one. Alright, well, I think I'll get set up. Oh, look at that. Heads are bobbing now. Better get set up back on the nest then. Alright, she got a twig. There she comes back in. Look at this. Just weaving it in there and working on that nest. Oh yeah. There we go. Look at that. Our Cooper hawk putting sticks in, out for another one. Male standing guard. Oh yeah, they're just snapping off twigs and going in and out. It's about 3 or 4 times already. She's over getting another twig. He's guarding against the crows. There she is. She just landed, working some more. Still weaving them in there. Oh yeah, getting that nest rigged up there. Busy day. She can work on the nest and male stand. Out she goes for another one. Look at her go. Oh yeah, she's busy. Now here she comes in the nest. There, she got another stick. Just working it in there. Good girl. Well, these Cooper hawks are really busy on the nest today. We've got good lighting. She's just weaving that stick in there, and he's sitting over there in his perch, keeping an eye on the crows. Out she goes for another stick. Alright, she's trying to snap off a twig. I get another twig. Oh yeah, she's just going from tree to tree, picking little twigs off. She'll select one, then she'll come back to the nest. She's just pulling it. Here she comes in now, coming into the nest again. There she is, back with another twig. Just working on it. Look at that, would you? Beautiful birds. We got so lucky to see this. You gotta get up early to see this. They start really early. There you can see her head and her red eye. Oh yeah, there she goes for another twig. Alright, we'll see if they come in with a twig. I saw her put one twig in now again, and then she just sailed over there to the tree, picking on the limbs. We'll see if she comes sailing in here with another twig. They'll come in a little more there. That's pretty good right there. She just flew in the nest here. Here we go. She's weaving a stick in. Well, I'm not sure if it's her or him, but one of them. Oh yeah, look at this. They've been busy today. I wanted to try it at this angle here. There we go. Off for another twig. Yep, flew over in the tree. He's breaking off another twig, so I'll keep an eye on it. We'll get him on the next trip in here. Shouldn't be too long. They don't spend too much time once they get the stick. They weave it right in there. Oh yeah, I went over to another tree now. Here they come sailing in. Alright. Gonna arrange a twig. Now I'll get to see it from this angle here. You see the white feathers under the tail there, the coverts. Beautiful orange striped chest and the eye. These are beautiful birds, these Cooper hawks. We got that filtered light, morning light here, looks pretty good. But you can already see the leaves start to come out. Alright, going for another twig. I see her working around in the trees there, trying to get another twig. They've hauled some pretty good sized twigs in there today, so been really exciting down here. Early morning bird watch. Call it the Cooper Hawk nest watch, I guess. Early snooper finds the Cooper. Boy, and they are busy. Oh yeah, look at this Cooper preening up, got a little breeze going now. They've mated once and put about 4 or 5 sticks in the nest. Now we're going to have a little preening session. You can see the feathers blowing. It's windy, picking up and rousting up here a little bit. And they're all happy. It's nesting time again, and we've had a pretty good winter, and they're just happy spring is here. So, oh yeah, you can see the eye and everything. We're getting some pretty good color here. Morning light. You hear the crows every once in a while. They're still hollering in the background. They're getting their sticks too for their nest. And our pair of Cooper Hawks, they've been working on their nest and protecting their area. Yeah, the crows are sitting directly above them. But the crows are building their nest over on the building and down on the end. Oh yeah, he relieved himself. He's protecting his territory here. He's not more than 50 feet from the nest. So they're keeping an eye on everything. And you can see the buds. They're starting to open up now. Another couple of days won't be so easy to make a video because this is really a lot of leaves. This is quite a grove here. We just happened to find it when they had buds, so we were able to get some movies. So we'll make as much video as we can before the leaves come out. They've been coming every day. We'll also go to the heron rookery. It's just over on the other side, so it's right behind the Humane Adoption Center, Kent, Washington, at Blue Heron Rookery, and then we're just over here by Spicer's Paper and Hawthorne Suites. We're behind Hawthorne Suites. That's where the Cooper Hawk nest is. Kent, Washington. There he goes. Well, there's our coop. Get him in here. He looks pretty good. Anyway, they had quite a morning here battling the crows. So this one's here just sitting up here taking it easy now. Crows are behaving themselves and not getting too close to their nest. And the crows, they're busy hauling their sticks too, so they got too close earlier a couple of times to the Cooper Hawk nest, so the coops took off and nailed them. So we've got the pecking order down, the crows are down on their end, and they know not to go too close to the nest. Alright, just kind of posing here a little bit, looking around, enjoying the sunshine. You can hear the crows. They know how close they can get now. They're behaving, so. Now we're going to look for the mate, see if we can locate that one. We're happy to get this one here posing. They hauled many sticks today, and they mated 3 times within a half hour. Then they go haul more sticks, then mate, then talk to each other. Then they had the little ruckus with the crows, so it's been quite a morning for them. So they've kind of slowed down now. They do most of their nest building early in the morning. And you got that golden filtered light, and that's when they do that. So they've slowed down on that, and they're just kind of taking a break. Alrighty. Now we're waiting for the Cooper to come back to the nest with another twig. So we got a little bit of a breeze. You can see the trees swaying around. Everybody's busy putting the twigs in. The blue herons are working. Oh yeah. It just got a little bit of a breeze there. But she just flew back over by Spicer's paper and was calling, so I think she's going to get another twig here. She doesn't need, she's picking a twig or something. Got a good horizontal limb. Alright. They've made it once, both in the way. Here comes one in now. There we go. Working on the nest again. Look at that. Oh yeah, they're both back there. I think this is him wrestling the big stick in there. Getting everything all arranged. It rained hard yesterday. They didn't have much activity, but they're back at it today because it's dry, see? Look at them colors. I haven't heard the crows too much. They're down on the end just a little bit, but they're not bothering them. Oh yeah, there he goes sailing over there. Alright, we're set up pretty good. Want them come in with a twig now. We'll have a good view of it, I think. Well, I don't know. It kind of looks like the nest is had some crows stealing some twigs out of it. I'll have to compare it with the other one, but it looks to me like some of the twigs that are missing. The Coopers have been away most of the day since this morning. I came back to the nest earlier. They were fairly close to the nest, but it just doesn't look right to me. It doesn't look as big on the top there. Maybe the crows packed away a lot of the sticks. Well, we'll have to keep an eye on the situation. I'm going to try it from another angle because this nest looks awful thin compared to what it looked like earlier. Alright. Well, here's one of the crows. Took a stick out of the Cooper hawk nest, working on his own. Now he's trying to get another stick from the twigs here. But him and about 4 of his buddies stole all the sticks out of the Cooper hawk nest. So when they get back, they're going to have a surprise here. And now he's kind of cleaning his beak up. That's something. So yeah, it's about 4 crows. He got about 4 or 5 of his buddies, and when the Cooper hawks took their afternoon break, they just completely disassembled the nest, stole all the twigs. Well, I'll watch this guy for a little bit. See where the rest of his buddies are, but they were busy. It looks like he's proud of himself. Alright. Well, this is amazing. While the Cooper hawks were away, well fed, not watching the nest, the crows have obviously come in and disassembled the nest and used all the sticks in their nest. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow morning when the Coopers come back and see if they rebuild it or not. I didn't think the crows were that smart, but obviously are. That was just stick stealing or their strategy to try to get rid of the Coopers. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning. They're all coming down bright and early. Alrighty then. I just landed in the nest again. Another stick. I wonder if he thinks what happened to all these sticks, but I think it's just instinct, and he knows he's got a job to do. He's up above it now, back off. Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, he's putting sticks. He's going to rebuild it. There he is. Well, that's amazing. The crows were smart enough to disassemble the nest as much as they could. Try to get rid of these Cooper hawks. I'll teach them to pay closer attention to the nest site. So now they're rebuilding it. So you can see what a job they've got. They've lost 3/4 of their nest. But I have to hand it to the crows. They were pretty smart. If you're trying to get a hawk out of your area, the best way to do it is just what they did. Get 4 crows, come on in, and just start hauling sticks out and disassembling the nest. And that's exactly what they did. There's one just landed. Looking down at the nest. What a job this is. Upset about the crows getting most of the twigs. She's surveying the situation here. Look at that. Well, they know they got a job, so they're both snapping off twigs and rebuilding it. Maybe they'll guard it a little closer this time. Alright, there goes for another stick. Well, that's something. Alright. Here comes the nasty crows again. They know the Coopers are back in the area. Alright. There he comes in. Alright. Yeah, they're going to rebuild it. Putting another stick in there. They've got a big job. Yeah, I wonder what they're thinking. What happened to all these sticks? He had his nest just about completely done. Now he's starting over again, but he can't reason like that. It's just instinct, I'm sure. Well, there they go, and they're both working on it, so now they're mating again. I can't get a shot of that. I wish I could. Every time they haul a stick, they mate about 3 times every morning, so it's getting close to where they're going to have eggs, so they're going to have to get that work on that nest. Alright. Well, going for another stick. I'd back for the stick. See if it weaves that in there. They've got a big job. This nest is almost all gone. The crows did a job on it, but they're rebuilding it today. Didn't interfere with their romance. They mated 3 times and go get sticks, and away they go. He's out here on the limb again. It's not far, see. I cannot believe how many twigs the crows removed from this nest. Well, these Cooper hawks learned the lesson. You got to pay attention to your real estate and keep a close enough eye on it. Alright then. Well, here's the crow in the nest. He's wanting to get some of these sticks, so he's robbed the Cooper hawk sticks and putting them in his nest now, so he's over here. I'll back off a little bit. Well, there he is. That's the culprit, one of them. The crow's in his nest, and he's using, there he goes. Gonna take this here and fly away with it. There he goes. He's a twig robber. Alright. We'll keep an eye on this guy. Well, that's what's left of the Cooper hawk nest. There's only a couple of sticks left in it, and then there won't be anything. So I think the Cooper hawks are moving. They're taking the twigs out of the nest and building a new nest. They've given up on this one now, and they're actually taking sticks out and taking them to their new location. The crows stole 75% of it the other day, so they came back in here, and I think they're just taking the sticks that's left and building their new nest at their other site. Alright then, well, we'll see if we can keep an eye on them. Well, here we are. This is where the Cooper hawk nest was. There isn't even a stick left now. Every twig is gone, so crows and everybody has hauled everything out. There's not a twig left. Nothing. Well, they moved over behind the KOA campground now, I think. I saw them there earlier. Alright, well, we'll keep a checkup on them. Well, there's our female Cooper hawk. Crow sitting there still. Gives you a good idea of the size between the two. Oh, yeah. He took off. Like to come back in. Alright, she's ready for him. Letting him know she's not going anywhere. There goes our sound. There she goes. Alright. Oh yeah, look at that, would you? She's just enjoying it. Got filtered light now. And her feathers all fluffed up. She's doing some preening. The wind settled down a little bit. We're still waiting for her to lose that one outside tail feather. If I see it float down, I'll go get it for a souvenir. I'll retrieve it. There she's preening, reaching around there. You can see her face. These birds are good looking Cooper hawks, I'll tell you that. There we go. Yeah, she's just preening up. Man, we got a pretty good view here, just a few sticks. But those leaves keep opening up every day and getting to be more like a jungle, so it's going to be very difficult for me to get some good clear video. Oh, under the wing this time, look at that. Oh yeah, there you get a little side view profile of her. See her eye and her beak and everything. Good looking bird, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's just doing a great job here. Working away. Preening up after a big lunch. Oh yeah. Well, I certainly hope they build another nest here. It's such a great place to hike along and be able to get some videos. All right.